Welcome, our listeners, our audience. We are super excited to welcome you to the 24th episode. Welcome, my co host, Coach Silpa, to the
Pleasure.
session.
Thank you. Yes.
Beautiful. So, today we're welcoming you to the 24th session, 24th episode, where we're going to be discussing the top 4 struggles new coaches experience, and importantly, how they can navigate through these struggles
Yeah.
and ensure a successful coaching career, right? So you can enjoy a successful career as a coach. Now, I welcome you. I welcome you, Coach Silpa. It's been a week since we were together recording the
Yes.
previous episode. I know that many of our listeners have listened to the previous episode with Tammy Alvarez. So if
Yeah.
you did, just make sure you go down and get that and get everything that other coaches have been able to share. We've had interviews with Coach Razmik, interviews with Emma, with Simona, with Dev Sethi, and also many of the episodes that Coach Shilpa has led and those that I've led. And so we really want to welcome you and thank you from the bottom of our hearts for standing with us, for making suggestions and really making it work for us so that we can continuously add value to you. And just before we go forward, I'd like you, Coach Silpa, to say a few words of encouragement to our audience.
Yeah, absolutely. So, welcome our great audience and listeners and viewers. And we are really grateful because you are making us reach places. And our intent is to reach as many people as possible because our aim is to help you, whether you are wanting to enhance your career, whether you want to relaunch yourself and rethink your career from a perspective of your inner calling, or whether you're already into the profession of your calling and want to enhance that experience so that you really enjoy doing the business you do. And if you have any leadership challenges or want to take leadership to the next level, as we always say, we want to serve you at our best. And that's why, as Coach Gerald mentioned, we had various people coming on with us for the interview, for sharing their own gifts, the tools they created for their own private clients. So please take advantage of that because it's all for you. Like last time, Tammy shared about the career strategy.
Exactly.
That could help some of you to get started off and maybe give new direction you never thought was possible. So also, I want to encourage you not to underestimate your story and share your success stories with us, because if you are going to set an example and inspire others, don't be a best kept secret. Reach out to us so
Absolutely.
that we can give you an opportunity to present what you have to offer to the world. Having said that,
Absolutely.
over back to you, Dr. Gerald, again.
Yes, again, thank you, my co-founder, Coach Shilpa, for those encouraging words. And so, listeners, as you're listening to us, there's so much content online that we've been producing, and we are even yet to produce. The people we've invited, those that we've done ourselves, download them, share them with your friends and colleagues.
Yes.
And whether you're in career transition, whether you want to become a coach, whether you want to become a leader, whether you want to increase yourself and all those kind of things to help you even find your purpose in life. These are issues we can help you with. So
Yes.
for today's session specifically, we will be discussing the top 4 struggles that new coaches have so that we help them to navigate them so that they're
Yes.
able to experience success in their coaching. And so today, this session is very special. If you're already a new coach, or you are almost becoming a coach, or you desire to be a coach, so that you get this knowledge up front and you are ready for it. And so we know that coaching is an exciting career. However, for most coaches, starting out can be absolutely daunting because many coaches face numerous challenges that can impact their success. And as a result, their progress is going to be dampened, right?
Yeah.
So in this episode, Coach Shilpa is going to lead us through the 4 challenges that stop great coaches, great but new
Yeah.
coaches, along the way. So they struggle with this, and many of them end up being discouraged. And so, if you listen to at the end, Coach Shilpa is going to give you the tips of how to overcome those challenges. And then I can tell you, I'm very excited. She's really done a good job. Behind the scenes, we're just talking about how much effort she's put into that. So these struggles typically coaches encounter because they don't get enough help. And that's why we're here to serve you. We're here to serve you, to offer you practical advice on how to navigate through this. And so whether
Sure.
you're a seasoned coach or just starting out, this episode aims to provide you with valuable insights and tips to help you overcome these obstacles and achieve the success in your coaching career. So I invite you to lean forward and get ready to overcome these 4 important struggles so that we keep you safe in your nascent coaching journey. So let me get back to you, Coach Silpa. So
Yeah.
this is an interesting thing. And as you know, we love to help our coaches. So why did you choose this today?
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
fantastic question, Coach Gerald. And
Yes.
before I answer your question, I would want to start with a quote as our ritual for the
Yes.
talk. And
Yeah.
the quote of the week is that success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is
Wow.
the courage to continue that counts, by Winston Churchill.
This is so important. Repeat this for our audience.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. So success is not final.
Mhm.
Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts.
Wow.
And as a coach, we need to be courageous and take courageous actions, because everything we do is all about courage. And we hold a safe space for our clients. And that's
Exactly.
why I thought I want to start with this,
Mhm.
because on the way, we find struggles, we find roadblocks, but that cannot discourage us, because courage is at the core strength of our coaches, right? So
Exactly.
you see, when I reflected on my own coaching journey, Dr. Gerald, I spent so much time trying to figure it all out. Yeah. And all have to be perfect. The transition challenges, then becoming a coach challenges. Though it is quite an inspired journey of a true calling, but still I faced certain challenges and spent hours and, actually huge amount of financial resources to figure it all out. Also, being part of a big coaching community, I saw other aspiring coaches also facing the similar challenges. And it was painful for me to see them getting disappointed or discouraged and they concluding things about themselves. So
Yes.
that's why we chose today to talk about this top 4 struggles. Actually, there are multiple, but we'll keep addressing them as we go forward in the coming episodes. But these are the 4 I thought the aspiring coaches might be facing.
Yes.
So coaching, as you said, is a really an exciting and fulfilling career.
Yes.
But it also comes with its own set of, roadblocks and all set of own challenges.
Yes.
So for new coaches, starting out can be especially daunting, as you said, as they navigate through various obstacles, internal and external. And it is also common for them to experience a range of struggles, and it includes staying motivated and staying focused while dealing with even challenging clients. So these struggles can make the journey feel overwhelmed and sometimes impossible, and we start doubting ourselves. So these are the main 3 reasons, right? We are discussing this today. Is like it is relevant to the whole coaching industry. As a coaching industry continues to grow more people entering here as coaches every single day, they face unique things, challenges to establish themselves. So understanding and navigating is essential for success. The second part is importance of overcoming struggle to become a successful coach and set up a coaching practice. These struggles can range from, even building a client base to actually delivering a coaching session. Yeah. So it could be all that. And also, as our values and as our mission, we are here to help coaching community. Because even though they're joining this in huge numbers every day, we are setting up an example to the world about the coaches, right? So by sharing insight and strategies, we hope to provide a valuable guidance and continued support so that they can establish themselves more quickly, eliminate certain roadblocks if we can do for them. And that is my main reason, to help the committed aspiring coaches to smoothen their journey from our side.
Excellent, excellent. This is fantastic. I like the answer. The fact that you have three solid reasons saying you want to help the community grow, you want to help them overcome the struggles because this is wide, right? So this goes through all the coaches. It's relevant to the entire industry. As the coaching industry grows, obviously these challenges are growing and we are here to serve. And so really, I thank you for bringing this up because then this is really relevant. This is important for the hour, right? And
Yeah.
so I can relate to this. Just looking at my own journey and struggling with the things that I had to do. So now tell us in this specific in specific terms, tell us what would you recommend would be like the first struggle, right? The first struggle, and then how can they go around this struggle?
Yeah, that's a
Mm,
fantastic question, Kujara. Thank you for that. And the first struggle I've seen,
mm,
especially even in my life, and most of the people I speak to, the number of clients who approach me every
mm,
single day, and they always talk about lack of clarity on their niche. Hey,
mm.
Kushilpa, I still don't know my niche. I've done this program, I've done that, I purchased this product, this
Yeah,
digital course, but still something doesn't feel right, right? So
exactly.
that is the biggest struggle for new coaches is
Yes.
figuring out who they want to be, who they want to serve.
Self, yeah.
The big question, the niche, then my what is my micro niche or super niche, or whatever you call every
Yes.
different terminology.
Yes.
The struggle basically arises from lack of clarity and focus of
Mm.
what is that in what space they want to operate,
Yes.
right? And without clear understanding of their niche, new coaches may struggle to market their services efficiently,
Yes.
attract right kind of people, and then build a sustainable coaching
Coaching
business. So
business.
it
Yes.
becomes like a
Mm.
starting point for them.
Mm.
And without having a distinct niche, it is difficult to know the exact next steps, the authority building, the content creation, whom
Mm.
are they talking, their messaging. And then this can lead to big frustration, lowering of a self confidence, and sense of being lost in the industry, right?
Yeah.
I personally, as I told you, spent months going in circles, getting frustrated, disappointed, and it seemed to me like it's taking forever. Why everybody else is able to figure it out, and why am I not able to figure it out?
Yeah.
Is
Makes
it really
sense.
for me,
Yeah.
right? Or do am I been good enough, right? All that
Mm-hmm.
doubt. And to eliminate the struggles, I think new coaches should start by taking first time rather than jumping to the conclusion of
Mm.
defining a niche, is to reflect on their skills, passion, and
Mm.
expertise.
Okay.
Right? This will help them identify their own coaching niche and target audience they really want to serve. They can
Mm.
also conduct a market research, validate
Mm.
their niche, and then refine as they go along.
Yes.
Because when we talk about in our own program of high impact
Mm.
coach, it's something that we start with so that
Yes.
people know the direction of their coaching journey. And
Exactly.
additionally, like we always emphasize and we always value the importance of having a mentor or a coach who can provide a guidance, but
Mm.
also handhold them, question
Exactly.
them, challenge their thought process so that they can think bigger in terms of defining their niche and having
Exactly.
the right perspective and criteria for choosing a niche. Because once they have this clarity, let me tell you, the
Mm.
speed of implementation changes,
Absolutely.
right? So we help coaches to get clear, started in the right direction so that they
Mm-hmm.
can have their first offer within next few weeks.
Beautiful.
So this is the first step. And I think we will also keep creating a lot of other content around this,
Mm-hmm.
as we can also invite people who are struggling to find their niche to reach out to us so
Exactly.
that we can help them get started and we can clear their first major roadblock in the
True.
journey.
True. That's beautiful. I like that.
Thank you, yes.
Yeah. So knowing that this is something that many coaches, many aspiring coaches struggle with, and
Mm-hmm.
you've given us excellent opportunity, like starting with the fact that you look at a situation where new coaches can actually come to us and express their challenges and we can help them one on one. But obviously, you also mentioned that they can, instead of doubting themselves, they should start by reflecting on what skills they have, the
Yes.
passion they have, and the expertise. I really like that. So I clearly understand that the problem of niche, I struggle with it myself. It's definitely a showstopper for many. And because knowing it myself, I can appreciate it. This is not only you. I struggle with this, and many of the clients we deal with struggle with this. So this is kind of a universal problem for coaches. So knowing that niche is a problem, what is the second problem that our new coaches struggle with?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Thank
you
you. Thank you.
highlight it for us, yes, please.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for agreeing with me. And the second struggle is actually, it would be surprising to all of you to hear it out, but what I want to be very vulnerable and transparent here is that staying motivated and focused, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though we are here to help the world to get that done,
Mm,
sometimes in the initial journey, staying motivated, focused, and taking consistent actions could be a second
mm.
struggle for
Enough.
many aspiring and new ones,
Yes,
because while starting with a new venture, it's easy to become very overwhelmed with the number of tasks and responsibilities that come with it. And what
exactly.
especially happens if you're transitioning from corporate profile to becoming a coach, you are
Mm.
always used to have a very big supporting system, and the process and the organization, everything taking care of multiple other things while you do your work, right?
Yes,
Here you are doing a lot of things, right? So there may be days when you feel like giving up. You may feel it is too much to be done, and
yes,
it's hard to keep the fire burning.
that's
And the
true.
struggle occurs because the success depends on you,
Mm.
your ability to staying focused, right? You need to keep your energy levels high. You need to be positive so that you can have the transfer of energy with your clients. And
Exactly.
without your motivation and focus, it's hard to achieve the goals and create an impact in others' lives. So it's
That's
our
absolutely true.
responsibility, as a moral responsibility as well. It also happens because, as I said, you're juggling with a lot of things. Like, first of
Mm.
all, your career transition, mindset shift,
Mm.
shifting from employee mindset to an entrepreneur mindset,
Mm.
family expectations, new orientation for family, our own belief system, right? So I
Yes.
would just like to give few tips from my own experience.
Mm.
Is that setting a very achievable, clear goals in the beginning, and then breaking down them on the easier task. If you remember, at the beginning of the year, we also
Mm.
provided a career planner, and there also we emphasized on making it more granular. We, people can
Exactly.
use that,
Yes.
right? Surrounding yourself with positive and supportive people. I understand, like, people around us, they may be doubting us, and that
Yes.
may reflect in our own thought process. So initially, please surround yourself with great community, positive people who believe in
Mm.
your vision. Talk to
Exactly.
them more, stay organized, and prioritize your tasks, because you may going to be listing out 100 tasks every single day,
Yes.
but it's important to prioritize. Otherwise, you're going to feel the burnout for which you actually made the transition. You may end up feeling burnout again. So take
Exactly.
also breaks, plan your breaks as well, because it's
Mm.
finally when you are at your best, I think you can create the best things for others.
Exactly.
Also celebrate your success, no matter how much ever small they are. That will keep your motivation high. I
True.
did that mistake in the beginning, is that I refuse to stop, and I refuse to celebrate anything unless and until I figure it all out and
Mm.
launch and do this and have these many posts done and everything. Yeah, that's a grit. We all need that as an entrepreneur, but not acknowledging our winning is not gonna help,
Help. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And discuss with your mentor, because that helps to see it from a different perspective. Maybe we are sitting in the middle of the conflict, and that's why we see it so big. The
Mm.
mentor or the coach would be able to actually see and normalize those roadblocks for us.
Yes.
Also, having that corrective steps in
Mm.
the right time would save, miles of journey and turning it back, right? So it
Mm.
saves a lot of time. So understanding yourself well and preparing for the next level is very, very critical. And we'll talk
Mm,
about that more in our forthcoming episodes also, about what are the 5 kinds of strengths people need to build.
I love that. I love that. Now, this is really good. So you've taken us through two important. You took us through the first one, which was really not knowing their niche. The second challenge is staying motivated once they have got their niche, but because there's a lot of work they have to go through, staying motivated and focused, you mentioned, can be a true challenge that
Yeah,
many of the new coaches struggle with.
yeah.
And I like the fact that you have brought in the perspective that in the coming weeks, we are going to share with them different strategies of staying resilient, of really strengthening them through the days, even during the times when they're probably feeling low, right? So
Yes.
I now would like us to go to the third struggle which coaches go through, because now we have two clear, right? You've
Yeah,
given us
yeah,
a roadmap for the two. So, Coach
yeah,
Shilpa, what is the third struggle that
yeah.
most new coaches go through?
Yeah. So the third struggle is actually creating content on consistent basis. When we start a journey, we enroll into multiple programs, and every
Yes,
time, and I absolutely agree with them. There is an importance of having a social media presence, having that
yes,
visibility. With that also comes the pressure of creating a content on consistent basis, whether
exactly.
it is for your social media, for your website, for your clients, or for your podcast like we do, or
Mm-hmm.
also for a YouTube videos, blogs, whatever medium you choose to promote yourself, you will
Mm.
have to create a content on consistent basis. And
Yes,
it is not just any kind of content, it has to be a relevant, useful, and interesting, right?
exactly.
So struggle is to find the right balance, is that it has to be both. It has to be
Yes,
consistent, plus it is relevant
quality.
to your niche, and having giving them a quality value, right?
Yes.
Because it also reflects your brand, your coaching style, your thought
Mm.
process. So content
Yes.
is, they speak on behalf of you. So new coaches often struggle with creating content, and
Mm.
that will help them to attract the clients. They may not have the experience and resource to create high quality content, which will lack in result in lack of interest in keep creating. Like some people do stop, again stop doing, then they start again,
Yes.
and then build a momentum, and then we feel, oh my god, I'm not doing it perfect, and that becomes a bigger struggle.
I know.
It is
Yeah.
also an issue because many do not have a clear understanding, as I said, the first struggle, their niche.
Mm.
If you do not have a clarity, or you do not feel that you chose a niche for the sake of choosing it and not actually feel connected with
Mm.
that particular area of niche. So additionally, creating content can also be very time consuming, and
Yes.
as a new coach you are balancing a lot of responsibilities, and that again makes it difficult to find time, resource, creativity all at the same time. But there are
Yes.
ways to do that. And
Mm.
when people join us for our program, we have seen that we can eliminate these challenges, or at least smoothen them. You cannot
Yes.
totally eliminate the struggle, because that also creates the strength you need, right?
Exactly.
But I recommend that 2 3 things, but I would also recommend, Coach Gerald, if we can do a separate episode
Yes.
on this particular aspect, as we have so
Absolutely.
much to share, and
Mm.
maybe if possible we can give them some direction on that.
Yes.
So basically, for creating content, what helped me, and for us, even for this podcast, is that
Mm.
we knowing very clearly who's our target audience. I rather call them our people, our audience. Like
Yes.
I try to avoid target. We're not targeting anything, we are helping people.
Yes.
So that type of content that will help them, and
Mm.
create a content keeping your audience in front of you, like making it conversational so that they engage.
Yes.
And what I cannot emphasize enough is research, 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 and create a base for your content. And
Mm.
just don't follow the easy tips, or and don't go and buy hundreds of templates. I have done that, right? And then you feel, oh my God, where do I start? Whether
I know.
this looks good enough and that looks good enough. At the end of the day, what worked for me is a message from my heart speaking to people,
Yes.
right? Sometimes it could be that basic and that genuine kind of an effort
Mm,
to create and content. So one of the best ways to overcome this struggle is not taking a shortcut. I know
exactly.
there are multiple and very beautifully crafted AI tools, right,
Mm,
which can really help everyone. What I would recommend is initially go deep dive and understand your people, their needs, and then maybe you can start using some quick help, because
okay.
that would have a foundational you know a base for your creating content and establish your credibility for long term.
Wow, I like that. I agree with you, Coach Shilpa. So definitely in the beginning, like you said, it's best to put in the effort to do the research and create your own content, listener, because
Yeah,
this is important. Because like Coach Shilpa mentioned, right now we have a lot of AI. And we know all the big companies are putting billions of dollars in getting the AI, but you don't be fooled by the AI. So the AI is like electricity, right? If you misuse it, it will kill you, it will burn you, right? But you can use it for lighting, you can use it for cooking. So it's very, very important. So as a new coach, don't be fooled by all these templates and all that. The most important thing from my own experience and from Coach Shilpa's experience is understand your niche. And that's why at the beginning we mentioned, and this is what we all do through, this is actually the first part of a program, our coach training program, where we help you to identify your niche. You go deep so that you are not tempted to do a quick fix, as Coach Shilpa mentioned, but you're able to establish your credibility to help them to solve a problem for which you're best suited.
yeah,
So with that covered, Coach Silpa, so what's the fourth struggle that you want to
yeah.
bring to our audience?
Yeah, the fourth struggle is also, the challenge which many people face, even
Mm,
after having all the things set in order, understanding the niche, having certificate, not one
mm-hmm,
certificate. I've seen multiple coaches going for multiple certification as they may prefer or may need and want it. But one of
mm,
the biggest struggle is delivering a coaching session without hesitation, delivering
mm,
your coaching with confidence,
mm,
right? Because unless and until you start doing that, doing all this efforts is finally going to speak for you when you actually are producing value and results for your clients.
yes.
And they may not be afraid of, sometimes people as a new coach may be struggling to wonder, like, okay, whether I'm ready enough, whether I've prepared enough, because any area of expertise is so vast that
Mm-hmm,
people may wonder whether do I have all the right answers. What if I don't get the right answer in front of a client? What if
mm,
I forget certain things to convey to them and not
mm,
able to guide my client rightly? Or
mm,
but all these questions are going to come, but there is a way to handle all this if you create a right structure.
okay,
And the answer lies also in a way you create a program and you deliver your product, right? So
exactly.
we can eliminate all the struggle. So this struggle can cause them to lose confidence in their abilities as a coach, and that
Mm,
can lead to decreased client satisfaction and reduce success in the business,
yes,
right?
yes,
So delivering effective coaching session with confidence means being able to provide valuable client and right support to your client, because
makes
what
sense.
matters is their results.
True.
What matters is their experience, right?
Mm,
And that is where the struggle can come. But to eliminate the struggles, uh, new coaches, as we said, like, can have uh, a system, a process, or a step-by-step process for delivering a session and practicing it upfront. And
yes.
first of all, building a great rapport with clients. That
Mm,
is when you would feel that connection with the client, and then you can actively listen to them and you would be more focused on doing best for them. What happens is that most of the times in the beginning we are
mm,
focused on ourselves, right? As a coach, saying that, oh, am I doing right? Am I saying right words? Am I using the right tools? But be more focused on your clients versus your performance to bring out best in you and trust your abilities.
Mm.
Also, there is a grounding exercise I recommend my clients to do before each session, and how to prepare for the coaching session, even your first coaching session, so that from day one, you deliver at your best and your client can start seeing what exactly you bring to the table for them, right? Also, after each session, see what went well, what can improve, what can be eliminated. So this is a process, but there is a process which can eliminate the struggle for our clients, right? So we would talk more about it, and let us create something, very solid in the coming episode as well, though we have given smaller tips. And at the end of this fourth struggle, I would want to also mention that transitioning from an earlier career to being a coach is a
Okay.
process. It's a process, and all the struggles, all the challenges we face are not completely avoidable,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it is also a part of our learning, and I would say it's a strengthening curve, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we experience some challenges, some struggles, but they make us wiser. What we are trying to do here is reduce unwarranted struggles and hardship and not to reinvent the wheel.
Okay.
That is most important. So use the experience of your coaches, mentors who can guide you, not just on what to do,
Mm-hmm.
but how to do it step by step, and also what is not required to be done at this stage.
Wow.
Right? So that can be also totally avoided. So we can, if we can save our clients time, money, and energy, they can
Mm-hmm.
perform better.
I love that.
Yeah. So as a coach, we need coach and mentor who can handle and reroute us when we are derailed or distracted or start running after some shiny object, and
Exactly.
not do the basic hygiene things which are must. So use that support, respect your journey, and get the
Mm-hmm.
best help at the right stage. If you also, everybody, I want to, appeal to all, if you all want to be part of our high impact coach program, where we are helping aspiring coaches to launch themselves with confidence,
Mm.
send us a mail so that we would include you on the program update list.
Oh, beautiful. I like that. So just building on that, I really like before we go into like as we bring all these points together, I like to echo this. Now, Coach Shilpa has mentioned four important struggles that new coaches go through, and she's gone through different strategies that can help you to actually deal with this. And one of the things we know that using our own experience is that you could be an expert in what you do, but
Yeah.
there are these little, initially they look little, but actually they are the roadblock that keep you from becoming a successful coach. And so one of the things we've done in our program is that we have created an opportunity for you to kind of get ready to resolve these issues, like front loading it, right? And that's
Yes.
why for those of you who are committed to becoming coaches, would like you to send us an email, and at the bottom of this episode you'll have the email right there, so you can send us the email, and we will be keeping you updated on the upcoming program launch date, so that you can be part of a fast beta group and go in when you're very
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah,
Yes.
and also we are planning to conduct a special one-on-one sessions where we feel you're really stuck, and if we can
Mm.
help you eliminate that struggle, we can also, open up that channel for you, so that
Mhm.
we don't want you to be held up for any lack of resources and guidance.
Absolutely. And so our audience, as we just mentioned, I would like to thank Coach Shilpa again. This episode has brought us great insights about the four main struggles that coaches face. And as Coach Silva mentioned several times, we are even going to go deeper in some of these challenges, so that we're
Yes.
able to give you more details of how you can actually avoid as you prepare to become a coach, or you join our community to be trained to be prepared as a coach. And the important thing is not to deal with, it's not the coach, not the struggles themselves, but the important thing is knowing how to deal with them, because life is all about struggle. Life is not easy. And as a coach, your career is challenging, and it's challenging for good reason, because you're going to be meeting different clients. So we would like to prepare you to be ready, future ready for your coaching success career, right? So that is what we want. So today I would like to summarize once again. Thank you, Coach Shilpa, for preparing, doing a great research to go through these problems our coaches, our new coaches face. So if I'm to summarize what the four struggles are, um, Coach Shilpa has mentioned the first struggle as being lack of clarity on the niche. What this means is that you as the client, you as the coach, you're not very sure whom do I serve. And
Hmm.
so she recommends that you need to work on understanding yourself well, what your strong points are, what your skills are, and what your passion is. And so that will help you to narrow down your niche to have a very directional approach. So that's the first strategy that will help you overcome the confusion that many young coaches face. The second problem, the second struggle is finding it hard to stay motivated and focused. And she mentioned very clearly, you need to set clear and achievable goals. And importantly, surround yourself with positive people. Your environment should support you. You remember in our previous episodes, we mentioned you are the average of the five people you deal with. So you need to take a look, who are in my neighborhood, my close
Yeah.
proximity? Who am I spending time with? So do not be afraid to look at your environment and step back and reorganize the environment to recharge yourself so you are focused and steady. So the third challenge new coaches experience is creating content that is consistent, that is quality. And Coach Shilpa has beautifully mentioned that you need to, it's a must, you need to find a balance to create content that fits your niche, right? Because if you don't do this, then you become the best kept secret. So imagine, how will your clients know you? And so one of the things she mentions is that make sure you do your research, you do your research, you do your research. As mentioned, research 3 times. This is very important, and this is why we would like you to become an expert. So once you're an expert in your field, then creating content on a consistent basis is no longer a problem. So this is
Hmm.
important. And in our program, we go really deep into the strategies and the tools that will help you to design your content and deliver them on a consistent basis. And the final challenge is how to effectively deliver content where you feel strong, where you feel confident, right? And as a solution, Coach Shilpa mentioned that you need to be up to date. Okay. And that builds from the previous point. So you're able to build good rapport with your clients. You're able to be focused, be prepared, and deliver results, because nothing gives you confidence like when your client is winning. Because when your client wins, you as a coach wins.
Yeah.
Yes. So again, Coach Silpa, anything you'd like to add?
No, absolutely. I think you covered all the summarized points all beautifully. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, we are aware that there are many other struggles like marketing, setting yourself out, how to get the measurable success for your
Mm.
plans. And we note that, and we continue to, strive to address all of them. You can also write to us if you have any particular struggle which you
Mm-hmm.
would want us to cover. We'll make sure that we address that point as well.
Beautiful. All right, sure. So don't forget to write, because don't serve alone, right? We are here to serve. So we would like once again to thank you, our audience, for paying this attention, our listeners. And so please read, download the resources. There's plenty of resources down here that we have placed, all the
Yes.
downloadable resources, the websites, the different communities that we have been connected to. So download these resources, put them to the best use, and This we know will make you successful in your career journey, right? So that you are a good coach, you are a good business owner, you are a good leader, and a successful one at that. So, and if you're new to this episode, we ask you to subscribe, download, share it with your colleagues and family.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
also invite you to join our leadership and career transition community and the upcoming coaching community, because we are creating a global coaching community where we're going to get all Class A coaches from around the world who are committed to building successful coaching careers.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
will be part of them. In the coming days, we will be putting links down here. So be on the lookout. And we ask you to reach out to us for coaching, consulting, and mentoring and guest speaking opportunities, because this is something we're able to do. We're able to extend our hands as far as possible. As long as you send us the invite, we'll be there to serve you. And do not hesitate to send us an email at leadtalkpodcast@gmail.com. Let me say that again, leadtalkpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll write it right down here so you can send us an email so that we can serve you and help you. And we are here to help you navigate through your coaching career, your career revival, your career transition, and your leadership growth, so that you can be the best person you've always
Yes.
wished to be. You can move to the next level. And
Yes.
now we invite you to work with us so you can make 2023 year the best ever. So over to you, Coach Shilpa.
Yes, absolutely. So, as we say, always stop struggling, start winning, stop following, start leading. And we are here with you all the journey along. See
Thank
you
you.
soon. Bye.
Bye.